A very warm welcome. Thank you for joining us for this first semi-final of the Sport for Business Super Quiz 2020. There were 16 teams that joined us at the beginning. We're down to the final four, and two of them are with me this morning, they being Pundit Arena and Teneo. So to meet the teams, let's go first of all to the team captains. For Pundit Arena, Fergus Farrell.
Hi Rob, how are you?
In good form, thank you.
Good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, look, we're really excited to get to this stage of the competition, and slightly nervous given the opposition that's in front of us and their reputation for impossible quizzes. So, but I'm ably assisted by Mick Corry and Marisa Kennedy. So, Pundit Arena are in safe hands with those two anyway.
Great stuff. And moving across the table to the Teneo team, who have come through two very dramatic rounds so far, and hopefully it'll be more of the same today. And team captain, Mick O'Keeffe.
Thank you, Rob. We're just happy to be here, really, to be honest. I sort of kind of see myself in a Jim Gavin type role here. I've got on my right, as I see it, the Owen O'Gara of quizzes, Conor Brophy. Man. and the Con Callahan Peter on the left there looking at me here. So yeah, looking forward to it, and we'll give it a go anyhow.
Great. Well, we'll get things underway. We've got a familiar format. We're going to have in each half of the quiz, we'll have 3 rounds of 3 questions. You'll be asked for a big number in answer to questions about 2 sporting superstars that we've picked out for your education and knowledge today. You'll get 2 points right if you get the starter question right, and you get first shot at the questions in each of those rounds. In the first half, we'll have general knowledge, culture and history. Then we'll move into the second half, and we will have 3 rounds on geography, politics and Irish sport. At the end of each half, we'll also have a specific round of 6 questions, 3 questions each, which you will select randomly by number. And each of those that you get right on your own go will be worth 5. If you get it on the rebound, it will be worth 3. It will all become apparent as we go through the first semi-final of the Sport for Business Super Quiz, starting now. And our starter questions in the first half are around your knowledge of Republic of Ireland football captain Seamus Coleman. So to get us into the general knowledge round, I want you to write out on your pieces of paper how many appearances did Seamus Coleman make for Sligo Rovers during his SSE Airtricity League days. How many appearances did he make before heading across the water? And I will count you in from 3, 2, 1. Your answers: 62, 68, 41, 50, 163, 83. The correct answer is 55 appearances. So Mick O'Keeffe has played his captain's hand to get into the general knowledge.
Off.
You get into the general knowledge round, and that's 2 points on the board for Teneo. The general knowledge round. Question 1. In which European city... Sorry, I just need to go back. We're going to have a timer on each of your questions, your deliberations today. So it'll be 42 seconds in keeping with our love of Irish sporting culture and history. So you'll have 42 seconds to answer each of the questions.
I thought it was in honor of the best online sports content.
Well, this legend starts early.
I normally have. We're
gonna regret that, Mick. We're gonna regret that.
I normally have to edit swear words out of it from you, Mick, but this time it'll be just a side swipe.
Over the ball.
Okay. So going from the top of this little section. Okay. So to bring us into the general knowledge round, you'll have 42 seconds to get your deliberations before I ask you for your final answer. If you want to answer it beforehand, please feel free. So the first question in the general knowledge round: in which city is the European Court of Human Rights located?
I think it's The Hague, lads.
No, is it, or is it Strasbourg? The Hague is the
War Crimes
International Court. The European Court of Human Rights, I think, is Strasbourg, isn't it?
When in doubt, go with Conor Brophy. That's always my strategy in this game.
All right. Go on.
Okay, we'll take Strasbourg as your final answer, and that is worth 5 points. Well done. Good save from the get-go. So that's the starter question won by Mick, and the first question won by
Oh, don't
Conor.
put any pressure on me there, Rob. Thanks very much.
Feel free to jump in any time, Peter.
Obviously,
a bit more Ken McManaman now. We're waiting for you.
Okay, question 2. Which current world leader has a doctorate in quantum chemistry?
Well, that's Angela Merkel, isn't it? Dr. Merkel.
Take that, Conor.
As a PhD, doctor.
I think it's Merkel.
Couldn't be like Kim Jong-un or something. He's given himself one.
Among his many doctorates, yeah.
Go for it then.
Okay, we'll go with Dr. Angela Merkel, and that is absolutely right. So another 5 points on the board, a strong start from Teneo. And question 3, in which city would you find the Bull Ring Shopping Centre?
Birmingham. Birmingham. It's definitely Birmingham.
Okay, no need to press the timer. We'll take that as a confident final answer. And that is another 5 points. So that's a flying start. 17 points in the round. I must have had a really good night's sleep last night that it's been just far too easy on the questions, perhaps. The second
Our
round,
jobs are on the line, Rob. Mick's incentive structure is very clear. The 42
round,
seconds isn't just about answering.
we go into culture. And in order to get us there, the second question on Seamus Coleman's life and times for your big number answer is how many goals has he scored for Everton? So how many goals has Seamus Coleman scored for Everton thus far? And I'll count you in from 3, 2, 1. 7, 11, 25, 16, 6, 25. The correct answer is in fact 20, which means that Peter Sweeney is just 4 off the mark. So that gets you off the hook in Teneo's post-match recap.
That's 2 in a row, Rob.
2 in a row.
Look at Birmingham.
Okay. Okay, hang fire there, Pundit Arena. These things do tend to have a habit of switching around over the course of the event. So in the culture round then, question 1. Which famous West End theatrical play was scheduled to come to the Gaiety Theatre in September, but has been cancelled as a result of the pandemic?
Mousetrap, wasn't it?
Don't know.
Oh, was it?
More culture in Actimel than this team, Rob.
Well, it's paying off because it is indeed the Mousetrap, which was due to be coming in September, but which has been postponed to a later date. So another 5 points there. Question 2 on culture. Which Dublin venue hosted the first ever Irish Film and Television Awards ceremony back in 2003? The venue for the first IFTAs back in 2003.
I'm going to say like something like the Mansion House. IFTAs. Point.
Oh, what was that big?
I think the Mansion House is a good call, actually.
I think it's small-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it used to be
For
there.
some reason, I think that that was a big place for those kind of things. Hardly City West.
No, it was
No,
small.
it was quite small. I'd imagine it was a small thing.
Mansion House, Rob.
Okay, with 16 seconds to spare on your timer, you've gone with the Mansion House. That is not the correct answer, so it goes over to Pundit Arena. You got 42 seconds to have a think about the first venue for the IFTAs.
I'm thinking the Burlow here. I think it was a big event. What do you guys think?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Just go.
Fergus.
It's a big event, so you're limited in where they would have gone. So yeah, I would say.
But back in 2003?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, going with the Burlington, and that gets you off the mark. Well done.
One Fergus.
3 points on the board with a confident answer. Just as good as an ostrich's eye there, Fergus. Those who might have seen earlier rounds. Okay, and question 3 in the culture round, and it goes back over to Teneo. What is the title of the Caravaggio painting that was unveiled as a centerpiece of the Irish National Gallery in 1993? the title of the painting.
It must be The Taking of the Christ, is it?
Yeah.
Again, a confident selection.
Go for it, yeah. Done.
The Taking of Christ is right. So another 5 points there.
Should
Gets
we
you
just leave?
12.
I actually knew that.
In our
We have a
first
habit of
round,
the second half collapse.
yeah, in our first round, it was we thought we were home free at half time, and then it went down to the very last question. So
Okay, well, at least both teams are off the mark now. Pundit Arena on 3 points and Teneo storming into an early lead, but they have got history in this, as they suggested, 29 points at the moment. So the third round in the first half is the history round. And in order to get us there, one final question on the life and times of Seamus Coleman. How much did he cost in pounds sterling when transferring from Sligo Rovers to Everton in January 2009? It's closest to the number which wins. It's a pound sterling amount, and it was the amount which was paid by Everton to Sligo Rovers to secure his services a little over a decade ago. I'll count you in from 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
And we have one answer is spot on the money. An expert in Sligo Rovers affairs, Peter Sweeney.
Ooh.
£60,000 is the
they
amount.
sing
of
about
money
it
that-
every week at Everton.
Do they?
Yeah, they do, yeah.
Okay, I need to
60
go to
grand.
Everton then.
Seamus Coleman, 60 grand.
Okay, so that's another 2 points. And the history round, there are, question 1, there are 4 presidential heads represented on Mount Rushmore. George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, and Abraham Lincoln are 3. Who is the 4th?
Whoever was in power at the time, it's a complete non-entity. It's fucking McKinley
Yeah, yeah.
or
There's
something like that,
three
isn't it?
greats,
It's three,
and then
one also right.
Did he say Jefferson?
yeah, Washington, Abraham Lincoln, and Jefferson.
Washington, Jefferson, Lincoln, and it's McKinley or someone.
Is there not a
Oh,
Roosevelt? It's not a Roosevelt the first, no?
Teddy.
No, when was he? Was it
No, it's not. I like McKinley. I think it could be it.
I go with that then. So.
Okay, we'll go with McKinley. It was not McKinley. You mustn't have been watching your Wolf Blitzer CNN coverage over the weekend. You would have seen
Yeah, it
him
was such a
staring out
big
at
thing
you.
all weekend.
Was the Pundit Arena team watching their CNN coverage? You've got 42 seconds to tell me who you think that 4th presidential head is.
I wasn't watching CNN, no. Oh God, this is meant to be something I know.
Where's Matt when you
I
need
just
him?
thinking it was.
I know, yeah, we need Matt for this. I think it's Roosevelt, though, is it?
Well, I go with that, Fergus. I thought it was McKinley, to be honest, but I've no clue now. Sure, I don't have a clue about much things here.
Okay.
Intimidated by these
I'm going
lads.
to take Roosevelt.
Okay.
Which Roosevelt are you going to go for?
Teddy?
Theodore.
Yeah.
We'll go with Theodore or Teddy Roosevelt is the right answer. So that's 3 points in there for Pundit
I mean,
Arena.
towards the door here.
I'm not a man to hold long grudges, Conor. You know?
Okay. Question 2 in the history round. It's for Teneo. How many Taoiseach have we had in the history of the Irish Republic since it was founded by Constitution in 1937?
Oh, it's Cosgrave.
11. I think.
Cosgrave.
Okay,
Cosgrave,
I've got the
Lamass,
timer on.
De Valera,
Since when?
Lynch,
37.
1937.
Lynch, Costello,
Working backwards, Albert.
Haughey, Fitzgerald, Albert, Bruton, Bertie, Cowan,
yeah.
Kenny, Varadkar,
Leo.
Leo, and now
Mihal
Martin.
is 13, is it?
They had it up on the wall like you are the ex-T. So the Jack Lynches and all of this world, have you got all?
5 seconds.
So I said, yeah,
Quick
Cosgrave.
roundup.
I reckon 13.
Go with 13, Rob.
Okay. 13 is not the correct answer, I'm afraid. So it goes over the board.
14 was the first number in my head.
12 was the first number in my head. What do you think, Fergus?
I I don't know. One higher or lower, mate. The guys seem to work it out really well with 13.
Yeah.
So let's think that they missed one. So
I think it's
Yeah,
14.
I think we'll go with 14. Yeah.
We'll go with 14 as your final answer, and that secures you another 3 points.
I miss
Unfortunate,
Liam
Conor.
Cosgrave. I was just thinking as I was counting it back. Liam Cosgrave.
thanks for working that out for us, lads.
I won't show me work the next time.
Okay, and the third question in the history round, what was the name given to the Italian 19th century unification movement led by Mazzini and Garibaldi? Okay, 5 seconds.
I know this. The Bella or the Mela, I don't know. Sorry, it's gone.
Okay, so it goes over the table to Pundit Arena. Your Italian football knowledge is probably pretty good. What's your Italian history knowledge like?
Not a Scooby-Doo, lads. Not a clue.
If you only know Garibaldi as a biscuit, you're unlikely to get it. But if you know him as a great Italian leader,
No, I had no clue.
No.
Couldn't even guess.
Me neither.
Okay.
no clue. Okay, do you want to guess at Mezzogiorno, which is the one that Teneo gave you?
Yeah, let's go for that one. Yeah.
Okay, it's wrong. The correct answer is the Risorgimento. Okay, so none there. Pundit Arena, though, gets 6 points on that round, moving them up to 9. And Teneo got their 2 points of a starter, so they're on 31. So 31 plays 9 as we go into the general sporting round. Now, there are 6 questions here of varying merits of difficulty. So the only fair way of doing it is to ask you each in turn to pick a number in true question of sport style. You might get a really hard one, or you might get a slightly less hard one. So we'll start off with Pundit Arena. You're coming from behind. So we'll go with Team Captain Fergus to make your pick. Numbers 1 to 6.
6, please.
Number 6. Paris Saint-Germain have won 7 of the last 8 French Football League championships. Which club upset their dominance during that period?
7 of the last 8.
7 of the last 8. Remember Monaco were good for a season or two. Remember Falcao was there.
Or what about Leon?
I think it's been a while since Leon were challenging. It's probably something like Saint-Étienne. I don't know. What was the first team I said there?
You said,
Monaco.
Monaco. Yeah, that's my gut, but
They had
Yeah, okay.
didn't they?
Okay, we'll go with Monaco as your answer, and that is worth 5 points to you. So well
Nicely
done.
mate.
Okay, now it goes over to Teneo. You pick a number between 1 and 5. Team Captain Mick first up.
3, please.
Number 3. Okay. What is the official length of each quarter in a game of water polo?
ooh,
It's a really, really difficult sport. It's really, really hard. So I would be surprised if it was only 10 minutes, like,
The official length of
or even 8 minutes, something like that, because it's a really, really physically
So
difficult
a
sport.
game would be what then?
You can float.
40 minutes? 40
Yeah.
Look, it could be
minutes.
8.
Yeah, 8. I wouldn't surprise me at a 36-minute game then. Get a lot of swimming done in that.
Yeah, you would, yeah. A lot of running around, or swimming around, I should say. We'll go with 8, Rob.
Okay, we'll go with 8, and that's a good guess because that gets you 5 points. It is indeed 8 minutes. No marks for the mathematics because 4 quarters of 8 minutes each would
It's
actually
32.
2 minutes each, but
And the minute break, obviously.
in communications, it's all about words rather than numbers. I
Well,
think.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We're
yeah.
ideas people here. We're not.
Okay, so
Yeah, that.
100% record so far. And now for the next question in this round, we'll go to Marisa. Pick a number. You've got 1, 2, 4, or 5.
4, please.
Number 4. Okay. After France, which country has produced the most individual winners of the Tour de France? So France have produced the most winners. Which country have produced the next most?
It's Italy, would it be?
Yeah, Italy.
Yeah.
Italy, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because they have their own
First-
tour and everything like that.
Yeah, that's the first country came to my head there. Yeah.
You want to go with Italy? Okay, I'm afraid that's not the right answer.
I think it's I think it's Spain.
What about the Brits? Because at the time you add up Cavendish and Wiggins, and was there any
Well,
historic?
Cavendish has never won a tour.
You're going back. Like if
You
you look
helped
at
out a lot, though.
Lance
Three
Armstrong, the
British-
Lance Armstrong documentary is all about the Spanish and the Italians are dominant.
Yeah. Or
They are
Belgium.
Belgium, Netherlands, and Spain would be your most likely next. I would go for Spain.
Spain sounds good, yeah.
Go with Spain.
Okay, we'll go with Spain. I'm afraid not. It was, in fact, Belgium.
Oh,
Great.
Your man won about 10 in a row, didn't he, man?
Eddie Merckx.
Eddie
Great
Merckx.
Eddie
Yeah.
Merckx, yeah.
One famous Belgian.
Apart from Tintin.
And Audrey Hepburn, of course.
And Audrey Hepburn, indeed. Okay, so we've
Mannequin
got
piece.
the next question up then is back to Teneo, and you've got a choice. If we go to Peter, you've got a choice between 1, 2, and 5.
Number 1, Rob, thanks.
Number 1. Okay.
Kelly's eye.
What is the sporting significance of flowering crabapple, juniper, golden bell, and one other? No, those three. The sporting significance of flowering crabapple, juniper, and golden bell.
Are they holes on Augusta?
I was thinking they were the grass for the three, the different types of grass for the three, the Preakness, the Kentucky Derby, and the.
They're done on dirt tracks. They're done on dirt tracks.
Yeah, I think holes at a golf course sounds like a good.
Yeah, holes at Augusta.
Okay, that's very specific and very correct. They're all par 3
Ooh.
holes at Augusta.
And also the grass at a dirt track in Kentucky.
The grass beside the dirt track.
Of course, yeah. It's
Track
called
adjacent.
It's called the infield. Okay, so that's five additional points there. We go back to Pundit Arena, and we go to you, Mick. You've got a choice between number 2 or number 5.
5, please, Rob.
Gone with number 5, which may just prove to be slightly the trickier one. At which Olympic Games was women's rowing first introduced? Men's rowing has been in there for a long time, but the women's version of the sport was introduced at which Olympic Games?
Jesus. Guys, it could be anyone, really. If
I'd
you
say
look at
around
the women's sport, like,
2000, 2004.
think so. I'd have gone earlier.
Do you think?
Like 84 or something like that. Women's rowing.
Let's just make sure we get the name. Okay, so 96, 92.
Yeah, Los Angeles 84, isn't that right? Fergus, what do you think?
Yeah, I think earlier, but I would be guessing around 80, 84.
Okay, 5
84
seconds
so.
to gather your thoughts.
84?
Mixed gut, yeah.
Okay, go with 84. Not the correct answer, I'm afraid. So
I was going to say,
over
I think Moscow, 1980. I don't know what.
Guess anyway. It's pure guess anyway. I don't know unless Conor's
I thought 70s or early 80s, yes.
I would have thought like 76 or like 76 Montreal, right?
Yeah, 72.
yeah, and 80s.
Like it seems to, like I think anything after 80 seems too late. Like even just have one thing in rowing, you know. I'm not Team Moscow, like that kind of strikes me as a
Okay.
Go for it.
80.
Take Moscow as the
Moscow.
final answer.
Yeah.
You should have gone 4 years earlier. It was in fact Montreal and 1976. So the final answer in this sporting round, and I'll give you the choice, Conor. You can have number 2 or.
I'll take number 2.
Okay, take number 2. The big four of Federer, Nadal, Djokovic, and Murray have won at Wimbledon for an incredible 17 years in a row. Who was the last winner from outside of that gilded four?
Was it Ivan Isavic, was it?
It won Wimbledon.
Ivan Isavic, was it?
Wimbledon
Previous winner to them, so that's going back to 2000.
Ivan Isavic was 99 or 2000.
Well, did Andy Murray not win? Did Andy Murray not win one? No.
Andy Murray
he's
won
one of
twice
them
in
four.
13 and 16, yeah. But
So it's previous to them, previous to Nadal, Djokovic, Federer, and Murray.
Did he say Murray? Okay, sorry.
Yeah, so you're looking at early 2000s. So it's either Sampras or Agassi, I'd have said.
No, Ivan Isavic won after that. He beat. Do you remember he had that rain interrupted semi against him, and then he won.
If you think that's it, go for it.
That was 2000 or 2001 maybe, so it might still predate. So you're 17 years, so 2003.
Go for it.
He
has to get an answer. Go for it. Just pick it. Go for it.
Goran Ivanisevic is your answer. It's not the right answer, so it goes back over to Pundit Arena.
Guys, I was convinced it was Ivanisevic, so I was hoping they would go for it.
I think Hewitt won in the early 2000s.
Like 2002 or something?
Yeah, 2001, 2002. Nathan Hewitt.
2001, I think.
Call out the big four again, Rob.
Okay, the big four are Djokovic, Nadal, Federer, and Murray.
Marisa, I think that might be a good call.
Yeah, I think Hewitt won in the early 2000s.
I wouldn't even have thought of him. That might be a good shout,
Okay.
I don't
5 seconds.
For Agassi. So, yeah, we'll go Hewitt.
Take Leighton Hewitt. Marisa, you've earned your summer bonus.
Well done.
That is
Good answer.
Yeah, it was.
3 points. So a very evenly balanced round. Teneo got an additional 10 out of there, which moves you on to 41 points at the halfway mark. And Pundit Arena got 8, which moves you on to 17. But nicely poised. We move into the second half. Our 3 starter question rounds: geography, politics, and Irish sport. And then our final round will be on the business of sport. In order to get us there, the starter questions are based around one of my favourite Irish stars over recent years, Irish football international Louise Quinn. So to get us into the geography round, how many appearances has Louise Quinn made for Arsenal? How many appearances in the red and white of Arsenal for our centre-back extraordinaire Louise Quinn? I'll count you in from 3, 2, 1. 194, 90, 80, 74. And it is a low ball number because the correct answer is 59, which means that Marisa is continuing on her roll with 74 there. So that's 2 points on the starter. Come on now, Teneo. What is it the start of the second half and taking the foot off of the gas? Who knows?
The opposite of Dublin.
Mick is getting the power bar into him there now. He's going to get a brain surge now shortly.
Power sauce bars.
Okay, geography and an opportunity to close the gap. Question 1 for Pundit Arena. Brazil and Argentina are the 2 largest countries in South America. Which is the third? Third largest country in South America.
Bolivia or Colombia, what do you think? They're the 2 that are popping into me, but I think I'm missing one here.
Really? No.
Something tells me Bolivia. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But Jesus, geography's far from my strong suit. It's a bit like science, guys.
Okay, 10 seconds
Fergus,
to go.
any ideas?
No. I'd kind of be guessing, so I'll go with
Bolivia.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
which one are we going to take then?
Bolivia.
Bolivia, not the right answer, I'm afraid.
I think
Venezuela.
Colombia, but what about Chile? Chile is really.
Chile goes right down along the
but it's not so big.
It's not fat.
I think Colombia is the biggest
A
actually.
few boys will go Colombia. So
Colombia's got a huge landmass up there in the top right. That's a very geographical term, by the way.
Okay. Colombia may
That
well
big.
have a large landmass. but it is not the largest.
It's Venezuela, isn't it?
Marisa was on a double coming into this. You should have stuck with her on a treble. It was in fact Peru. So so no points on that. 1.2 million square kilometers for those who have an interest in that kind of thing. We're in for another bronze medal position here. Moscow and St. Petersburg are the two largest cities in Russia by population. What is the third biggest city in Russia?
Moscow, St. Petersburg.
My mind has gone blank. I can't even think of another Russian city.
The other place I can think there's isn't it Novosibirsk or something like that? Isn't that's kind of a big one as well? So
Go with that though.
Okay, so what is it? Pronounce it again for me, Fergus.
Novosibirsk.
You know what? I'm going to give it to you. Novosibirsk. Closest one that's in there. We can send this to the Court of Arbitration for Sport later if it comes
Strasbourg.
to it. Okay. Third question in the geography round. Okay. Which of these four cities is the furthest north? Budapest, Bucharest, Munich, or Marseille? Budapest, Bucharest, Munich, or Marseille?
Bucharest?
I was thinking that, Marisa, yeah. One of the first, Budapest or Bucharest for me. I would go Bucharest. Yeah.
Fergus doesn't
Again,
look
it's a bit of a more of a guess than anything. I think it's Marseille, but then sure, probably is.
I was thinking Munich, but
Jesus.
I'm happy, like you seem to be our geography person, Fergus, so
Yeah, I'm happy to go with that, Fergus.
Okay, press for the answer. So which one are you going to go for?
Go Munich.
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 Okay, we'll go Munich, and that is worth 5 points.
Yes.
So well done on a good late save. So subject to confirmation in the steward's room afterwards, that is worth an additional 12 points from that round, which moves you on to 29 plays 41. Okay, in the politics round, and we're back to Louise again. Start a question to get us there. In which year did Louise Quinn score her first goal for the Republic of Ireland? In which year did she score her first goal for the Republic of Ireland? And I'll count you in. 3, 2, 1. 2012, 2011, 2015, 2013. Peter Sweeney is on the mark with his football knowledge. It was, in fact, 2012 on the 5th of March against Portugal. So
I could have told you that, Rob. You just let me get in there.
I didn't want you to feel as though you had to show off in front of the watching millions. Okay, so it's the politics round. Can you tell me who had to give up his position as Lord Mayor of Dublin after winning a seat at the last general election?
Shinner.
Who was the Lord Mayor?
Oh, yeah, he was a Sinn Féiner, wasn't he?
Who were their TDs in Dublin?
Not Carty, is it? No.
No. Sure, he's not Dublin.
Paddy the Hooligan. I'm blanking this.
Yeah, no, I can't think of it.
There wasn't a Social Democrat, no. Callahan or one of them, no.
Okay, 5 seconds.
Murphy.
Good guess for a random Irish name. Not the right one, I'm afraid. Pundit Arena, the name of the Lord Mayor of Dublin who had to give up his place after winning a seat at the last general election.
Any idea, Fergus?
Yeah,
I think it was some beginning with B or something like that.
Bellingham or something that's ringing a bell here.
Brands. I only saw an article about him the other day.
It's not,
Okay, 5 seconds to give me your best shot.
Branson or something.
Brabazon or something, is it?
What was that?
Brabazon, is that the one?
Yeah, was that it? Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, go ahead.
okay. Even if you had gone with Brunzibur or whatever it was you were saying, I couldn't have possibly given that to you. It wasn't Tom Brabazon. Tom Brabazon took over the reins from, or the chains from Paul McAuliffe, who I was fortunate enough to sit alongside at the Dublin celebration.
Is he Sinn Féin? Is he Sinn Féin, Rob?
He's not Sinn Féin, not by political allegiance anyway. No, he's Fianna Fáil.
Okay.
Tom Brabazon took over from him, and Hazel Chew is our current mayor of Dublin. Okay, so no points from that, the first of the politics rounds. Second question, back to you again, Teneo. Who is the current majority leader of the US Senate? The majority leader of the US Senate.
Senate, it's Dashley. No, she's in the House. It's Dashley, isn't it? Tom Dashley.
That's what we're going for, is it?
Yeah.
Going with Tom Dashley? Nope, that's not the correct answer, I'm afraid. Pundit Arena, how's your politics in America? We know, Mick, that you don't watch CNN at the weekend, but maybe on a weeknight you might have seen this.
It's actually not that
face.
bad, but I don't know this. Don't know this, guys.
No. Matt, I wonder what Matt knows.
Yeah, there's nothing.
No.
Okay.
No.
No guesstimate. Okay. It is Republican controlled, and the leader is Mitch McConnell. Is the leader of the majority leader in the Senate. So no points there. And sticking with the Senate, question 3 in the politics round for Teneo. Who was appointed leader of the Senate here in Ireland last month?
Mark Daly. It's Mark Daly.
We'll take that.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Done.
Mark Daly, leader of the Senate. Not the correct answer, I'm afraid.
Very persuasive, Conor.
Leader of the Senate.
She was appointed by government at the time as leader of the Senate.
So it is
right.
a woman? I was thinking that.
No clue.
No.
No. Okay, time up. It was Regina Doherty was appointed as leader of the Senate. I'm not quite sure which role Mark Daly was elected to, but there was an election in there.
He's Cathaoirleach, he's Cathaoirleach,
Okay.
and she's the leader.
Okay, so a blank on the questions through that round, but still an additional 2 points for getting the starter right moves Teneo on to 43, head of Pundit Arena, who stay on 29. Okay, we are back into the zone of sport. Our final starter question gets us into Irish sport, but in order to get there, you have to tell me another question about Louise Quinn. How many followers does Louise Quinn have on Twitter? And this was when I was writing this, which was yesterday lunchtime. So how many followers did Louise Quinn have on Twitter at lunchtime yesterday? Nearest to the mark gets you into the questions on Irish sport. And I'll count you in 3, 2, 1. 23, 27, 40, 92, 9,000. In fact, she had 8,880.
Well done.
So Mick Corry gets the 2 points there on the Irish sport round. And 3 questions. Question 1, how many times has the Irish Open Golf Championship been played in Kerry? How many times in its history has the Irish Open Golf Championship been played in the Kingdom?
Oh, wow. That's a random one. I wouldn't know that, but I don't golf. There's good golfing in Kerry, isn't there? Is there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the golfer, Fergus. I'd say it's probably something like 2.
I was going to go around 4.
Yeah, I'd go a bit higher than 2 anyway. Yeah. Irish Open. Yeah. I would think it's even. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, we'll go with about that. Yeah, it's a guess.
We'll go with 4. So.
4, yeah.
We'll go with 4. Doesn't get you your 5 points. 3 points on offer to Teneo, if you can tell me the answer.
I think it's 7 or 8. Did Killarney have a 3-year trot, right? And then I think has had it, and I think Ballybunion has had it, and then Tralee may even have had it. Like Irish Open's gone 40 years,
70 something, yeah.
So 6 or 7, I go that kind of number.
Honestly, have to go with George would make
6, Rob.
Okay, so we've had a guess at 4 and a guess at 6. It was hosted 5 times in Kerry, 4 in Killarney, and once at Ballybunion. So no points on offer there. Question 2: which of Munster, Ulster, and Connacht have the most wins in the current season of the Guinness Pro 14? Leinster have won all of their matches. Of the remaining 3 provinces, which of them have won the most games?
Ulster.
Confident selection of Ulster?
Yeah.
Okay. Not correct, I'm afraid.
I actually thought it was
Connacht
Ulster.
then, is it? You wouldn't be asking it if it was Munster.
Yeah, that's my thinking. My answer would have been Munster, but I think it's too obvious now, which is terrible. Munster are having a bad season by their standards.
Connacht, Rob.
Going with Connacht. Those will be 3 points that you will feel as though you may have left on the table, because it was in fact Munster. Munster have 9 wins to their name. Ulster have 8. Okay, so again, no points there.
Breaker to my province.
Okay, the third question in the Irish sport round, and again, it's back to Pundit Arena first. Which county has lost the most All-Ireland football finals? Kerry, very confident selection before I'd even press the timer, and it is in fact Kerry. I thought I might have conned somebody into going with Mayo there. 23 finals they've lost. So that's 5 points there with the starter, an additional 7. So that moves you on to 36. 36 plays 43. Tight coming into the business of sport round. And we again have 6 numbered questions to bring us here into the final reckoning. Deep breath, everybody. Okay. Right. Well, Pundit Arena are still trailing coming into this round, so you've got first shot at it, and we'll reverse the order this time around. So, Mick, I'll give you first shot at guessing a number.
I'll take 6, Rob.
Number 6. Okay. Who are the current sponsors of the Sligo GAA senior men's football team?
Abbey V? No.
Say that again?
Abbey V? They sponsor some team and I can't think of it.
I go with that because I'm trying to think of the jersey. You know, that's how you get to these. You think of the jersey, don't you? And what's on the jersey?
I think it's Abbey V.
Go with that. For the life of me, I can't think what's on the Sligo jersey.
Okay. You might not have seen them too often in Croke Park recently, but it is local pharmaceutical company AbbVie, which is
very close
in the middle there. So I'm going to give you 5 points for that. Nice try, Mick, but it was
a honey
close.
Company. Don't mind that.
It's just the pronunciation. You see, it's ABB, so it's AbbVie.
I know it's close enough.
Yeah.
It's close enough.
Okay, so that
answer.
makes it 5. So that closes it up to within 2 points. Good Lord above. And we're going to go with Conor. You have the first shot at a number for this round.
3, please, Rob.
I go with 3. Qatar Airways has an academy partnership with which English Championship football club?
English Championship. Qatar.
UPR, is it now?
English Championship.
Why did you say QPR, Conor?
I think it needs to be London. And are Qatar, do the Qataris own?
No, I think it's an Italian geezer owns them.
You man, the Lotus Formula 1 fella used to own them anyway.
I don't see none anymore.
Leeds? Hardly.
I was thinking, yeah, I thought London as well, like Luton.
I think it needs to
Luton
be
in the
London for some reason.
Luton are in the Championship.
So who's from London in the?
Oh, it's just loads of them.
Fulham?
Brentford are going well. Fulham.
Okay, 10 seconds.
Academy. Let's do Leeds. Leeds.
Okay, take Leeds as the final answer, and that is a valuable 5
Oh,
points.
inspired me.
Ooh.
Well done.
Well done. Sheffield United in the Premier League and Leeds in the
Leadership,
Championship.
Mick. That's leadership.
Well done. That is a buzzer beater potentially. 5 points on the board. Okay, so that was the Teneo question. So now we'll come to Marisa. Your choice. You have 1, 2, 4, and 5 left to pick from.
I'm going to stick with 4.
Going to stick with number 4. Okay. Which automotive brand is a partner of the All Blacks?
Fuck.
All Blacks.
Is it Range Rover?
Wagon, is it? Or
Geez, what are the Dubs driving around in? That's the best way to figure this one out. And they're driving around in.
I'm going to hand that over to our sales guy, Fergus Farrell.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hyundai?
I honestly can't think. I haven't seen anything to do with the car, to do with New Zealand.
What do you think, Fergus?
For rugby,
Okay, 5 seconds left.
I'm going to think a high-end brand, so I'm just going to guess. If you guys don't know, I'm just going to say Audi.
You're going with Audi. That is not the correct answer. It comes over to Teneo. Automotive partner.
I think Mick was right. I think it's Range Rover or Land Rover, whichever.
Yeah, you would think that though, but
Lexus was the other thought I had. I thought it was a high-end brand as well, a high-end mark.
I'm thinking Japanese or that's like Hyundai. I know they're not Japanese.
Asia Pac, yeah.
Well, Lexus is a
Lexus is too. I think Lexus is too
high end.
Yeah, I think it's Hyundai or Toyota or a Kia or someone like that. It's like it's.
Actually, Kia sounds right.
Kia, Rob.
Five seconds to gather it in.
Kia.
You're going with Kia. That's not the correct answer. It is in fact Ford.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Not mentioned by anyone.
Okay.
Non-Asia Pac, as you can get, I would suggest. No points there. Okay, so now we're back over to Teneo, and this time it's Peter. Your choice of questions 1, 2, and 5.
Go for number 1, please, Rob.
Go for number 1. Okay. What did Jimmy White do in 2005 to reflect a sponsorship deal he had just signed?
He changed his name, Rob.
Yeah.
Confident selection. He did, in fact, change his name by deed poll.
To Brown, wasn't it?
I was going to say for no bonus points. Can you tell me what it was? It was, he changed his name to Jimmy Brown for the season because he was sponsored by HP sauce.
More innocent days. More innocent.
Okay, so we're back over to Pundit. 53, 41. Okay, and you've got a choice, Fergus, between question 2 and question 5.
5, please.
Question 5. Having seen them, I probably would have picked question 2, but that's easy to be wise after the event.
Thanks, Rob.
Okay, what nationality is Petronas, the principal sponsors of Lewis Hamilton and Mercedes? The nationality.
Petronas.
I'll give you a clue. They're involved in petrol and natural gas. But where in the world?
I think it could be Malaysia or somewhere, is it?
That's a good shout.
I have not a clue. So
Jesus.
happy to go with you, Fergus.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
it might be, yeah.
Okay, we'll go with Malaysia, and that is a pretty inspiring shout.
Wow.
It is, in fact, they are the Malaysian petroleum and natural gas supplier. So
Petronas Towers.
it
I thought
comes
they were
back
big.
over.
Sure,
Mick, I'm gonna,
Petronas Towers in Kuala Lumpur.
Oh,
I-
sorry.
I'm gonna gift you question 2, Mick. Which brand was named as sponsor of the Dublin Night Run in early March, just before it had to be postponed for the year? The Dublin Night Run sponsor for 2020 was named in March as...
Virgin, was it?
Not
It was Samsung, then it was KBC.
Then Virgin were last year. Were they?
No, Virgin were before KBC.
Oh, were they?
Yeah. It didn't come back to Virgin again, no.
Jesus, should know this.
Picture the kind of fucking...
Would a new sponsor? Yeah, like it was a.
It was newly named sponsor. You've got 10 seconds to pull it from your memory banks.
What do you call that crowd? That Energia.
Energia, not the correct answer, I'm afraid. So it goes back over to Pundit Arena for a last shot.
I think it's Kinetica.
Oh,
I think I got an email, but that might have been a different race.
from Teneo, did you?
That would be embarrassing.
Yeah. Good.
That's a good shout, Marisa. I was thinking more of a water, like Ballygarn or something like that, but
No,
Connecticut, yeah, you might be on to something there, yeah.
Go with that. Go with Marisa, yeah.
Okay, we will go with Connecticut, and congratulations, Marisa. It was,
Brilliant.
in fact,
Great
Connecticut.
answer.
Brilliant.
Okay, so at the end of it, in that business of sport round, Teneo scored an additional 10, which brings them on to 53, and Pundit Arena scored an additional 13, which brings you close but not quite there on 49 points.
Ah.
So our first finalist in the Sport for Business Super Quiz 2020 is Team Teneo. Congratulations.
Thank you.
well done, lads.
Well
Great
done
game.
to Peter, to Conor,
Great
and
game.
to Mick. Congratulations. We will be back here again the same time next week. Our thanks to Fergus, to Mick, and to Marisa. You played a blinder, kept it very tight right up until the end. But for now, it is hats off to Team Teneo. Congratulations.
Thank you,
Well done,
Rob. Thanks, Fergus.